Hey everybody, welcome back to Big Red EDC. Well, today we're going to be talking about a buck knife, a fixed blade buck knife that's got a little bit of flavor to it. This is the SK Blades Frontier. Now, for those of you that don't know, SK Blades takes buck knives and puts their own special touches on them and then sells them. But these knives are still backed by the Buck Forever warranty. Whatever SK Blades does to them does nothing to the warranty. They're still covered. Now, this one started out as the 104 Compadre, and it pretty much still is. Like I said, there's been some changes made to it. But I've done reviews on, if you're familiar with the Buck Marksman, SK Blades took that and added some orange G10 scales to it and put out the Inferno. They've done the Marksman with gray G10 scales, and that became the Gray Ghost. They made the Silver Fox, which they took a Buck 110, put 20 CV steel on it, burlap micarta handles, nickel silver bolsters, and just made an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous knife out of that Buck 110. And then they've done another one, the Goodfella, I believe. I'm not as familiar with that one. But as I said, they've altered buck knives and they put a real zing on them and spice them up and put them out. And they make some absolutely terrific looking knives. But as I said, this is the Frontier as it comes from SK Blades. It is a base Buck Compadre 104. Now, as you can see here, this isn't your standard 104 sheath. This is a handmade sheath made by a saddle company in Post Falls, Idaho, where SK Blades is. These sheaths are specifically made for the Frontier. They're, again, kind of adding their own touch to it. But this is probably my favorite type of sheath. You know, it's about almost half length of the handle. Friction. Thing's got excellent retention on it. I mean, if I wanted to, I could zing this around and the knife would come out. But, I mean, I'm putting a decent amount of pressure. There we go. Excellent, excellent retention on that sheath. Simple loop. Now, when I showed this on SKL, somebody said they'd probably put a drop blade on it, which you could definitely do that. But I love that type of sheath for a knife. But there you go. That is the Frontier. Now, most of the compadres that you'll find online have a black Cerakoted blade. This obviously does not have a Cerakoted blade. It is a satin finished D2 blade, Boss heat treated. Nice drop point to it, slight recurve. It does have a slight recurve on it. Not real. As you can say, it's pretty slight, but it's there. Sharpening choil. Full tang construction. Jimping. Done very well. Now, the Compadre comes with the micarta handle, but what SK Blades has done is they've bead blasted the micarta to kind of bring out the texture and then tumbled it with stones to kind of, round off the edges and stuff. Which it gives it just an absolutely terrific, terrific grip. Now, I must admit, I've never had a stock Compadre, if you will, so I could compare the two. But I tell you what, the grip on this micarta is absolutely fantastic. You do have a lanyard hole. full tang as I said, but just a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. Your centering, your weight distribution, your center point sits right about just behind this forward pin. So right about where my finger is. Incredibly comfortable in hand. Oh my goodness. Reverse grip. Extremely, extremely comfortable knife. Take a look at it here. What do we got? I measure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not quite 9.5 inches long overall. Blade length, right about 4.5 inches. Yeah, 4 5/8. Your cutting edge is probably going to be closer to 4.5, which gives you right about a 5-inch handle. My 3 3/4-inch hand, that's what it looks like. Decent amount left over. Now that's choked all the way up, of course. Choking back a little bit. But you do have decent amount of handle left over. Not a lot. But I wear large size gloves. As I said, 3 3/4-inch palm there. So you got a decent amount left over. Let's see what it weighs. The sheath doesn't hardly weigh anything. I mean, what's the sheath weigh? It does say almost. Really? Okay. So the knife itself weighs in at right about 7 ounces. I mean, you're going to be sheath carrying it. So, let's see there. Yeah. So, all total, sheath and knife is 9 ounces. But, again, it's going to be hanging off your belt. So, weight isn't necessarily as much of a consideration, but man, that excellent friction holds in that sheath very well. Like I said, if I really tried, I could get the knife to come zinging out of there, but I'd have to shake it very hard, and I would definitely lose control of where that knife's going. What do you guys think about this one? I mean, overall, let me know down in the comments if you had just a stock compadre, what you'd think of it. This one, I mean, I really love the feel of that handle. Just a really, really nice looking knife overall. Now, they say on SK Blades on the website, and they wanted to make this a bushcraft style knife. Now, this is completely me and my thought, but as I'm holding it, I've got my jimping right there. I would like to have seen a forward finger choil on it. What do you guys think about that in bushcraft? I think with a forward finger choil, give you just a little bit more control. I mean, it's not bad like as is. It's not bad at all. But for that little bit more fine, I mean, can you feather stick with that? Yeah, you could. Not an issue. And I mean, feather sticking with that recurve there might make it just a little bit. I don't know. I just, for some reason, I'm kind of thinking I would like to see a forward finger choil there. Let me know down in the comments if you think I'm crazy, if you think I'm nuts, if you agree with me, if you don't. But let me know what you think about this one. Very nice looking knife. Very appreciative of SK Blades giving us the opportunity to take a look at this one. And that handle is just, pins are recessed. Actually, screws are recessed nicely. Give you an up close. You can see the how they've brought that micarta out just a little bit more by bead blasting it. Nice close-up look at it there. Really just a fantastic looking knife in my opinion. Blue liked it. Gave it an 8.5. Now, the Frontier sells for right about $160 on skblades.com. Your normal everyday compadre, you can find them for right around $100. You can find them for. But this one has a little bit extra done to it. You know, that's completely personal choice. But just a fantastic looking knife, and I really, really love this sheath. Favorite kind of sheath right there. Thanks a lot, guys. As I said, let me know down in the comments, what do you think about it? Love to hear it. You know I always do. Thanks again to SK Blades for giving us the opportunity to check out the Frontier. As always, guys, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. You know I love talking to you. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.